You open YouTube every day and scroll through countless videos. But once in a while, one lesson appears at the right time. This one is not random, it's waiting for you. Stay with Soulful English and let these words reshape the way you think, speak, and live. Welcome. Today I'm going to share something that can truly change your life. This book is not just a book, it's a movement, a lifesaver, a guide to peace, power, and confidence. Think about those moments when you feel stuck. A single phrase, spoken at the right time, can cut through confusion and show you a brighter path forward. It's called The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Since it was published, this book has sold over 15 million copies worldwide. It has been translated into more than 40 languages, and it has helped millions of people to heal, to find peace, and to believe in themselves again. For many, it became the spark that reignited hope. But this is not a motivational speech. This is a system, a way of thinking, speaking, believing, and acting that brings real change, real healing, and real power. People who were depressed, broken, anxious, hopeless, they read this book and came back to life. They found energy to rebuild dreams once thought impossible. And the best part, it's written in simple words. And today, I'll explain it in even simpler English, so anyone can understand it and feel its power. This is perfect for improving your English listening and understanding. So while you learn the lessons of life, you also grow stronger in your English at the same time. So stay with me till the end, because this one book might give you the faith, power, and confidence you've been searching for your entire life. Let's begin. This book has a total of 20 chapters, and in this video, I've explained all of them in detail, with simple English and real-life examples. Chapter 1, Believe in Yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, the world won't either. Confidence is the starting point of every dream and every success story. Most people fail before they even try, because deep inside they think, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not lucky like others. These thoughts are silent killers. They steal energy before you act. They convince you to stop before your journey even begins. This is the tragedy of self-doubt. This chapter says, you must build confidence from the inside. Confidence is not about arrogance. It's the quiet strength of knowing you can face what comes. A boy named Sam in school always stayed quiet. He thought, I can't speak English like the others. I'll look stupid. So, he never raised his hand, never practiced. One day, a teacher told him, you are not less than anyone. You just think you are. That moment planted a seed that changed everything for him. Those words changed Sam. He started talking to himself positively every morning. I can learn. I am not afraid. I will improve. Slowly, his confidence began to grow. 6 months later, Sam was standing on stage giving a speech in English. His hands were shaking, but his heart was strong. He finally believed in himself. Why did this happen? Because he believed in himself. Confidence is not given, it is built. And belief is the foundation where growth truly begins. This chapter teaches, remove the negative voice inside you. Replace it with positive self-talk. Speak to yourself like you would speak to someone you truly love. Action tip: each morning, look in the mirror and say, I believe in myself, I'm capable, I can do difficult things. Repeat it daily until it feels natural. Do it for 30 days, and you will feel unstoppable. The small shift of language creates a big shift of energy. Confidence is a habit built over time. Chapter 2, A peaceful mind means a powerful life. You can't think clearly if your mind is full of noise. Peace is not weakness, it is strength, focus, and clarity. This chapter teaches you to make your mind peaceful because peace gives you power. Without it, Stress becomes your master, and you lose control of your energy. Think about your phone. When it has too many apps open, it slows down. Your brain is the same. Anger, stress, jealousy, overthinking, they drain your strength. To live a powerful life, you must calm the inner storm. Only then can your actions carry weight, and your words carry the strength to inspire and guide. Example: there was a woman named Maria. She worked hard but was always tired, angry, and sad. She carried too many storms inside her every single day. Her boss shouted, her kids complained, her husband didn't listen. One day, she sat under a tree, closed her eyes, and simply breathed in silence. No phone, no noise, no expectations, just silence. She did this 10 minutes every day. Slowly, something changed inside her. Peace began returning to her heart. She smiled more. She spoke calmly. People started respecting her. She didn't get lucky. She just made her mind peaceful. That one habit transformed her life. This chapter teaches disconnect from chaos. Go for a walk, sit quietly, talk to yourself like a friend. Let stillness become your teacher and your source of power. Read something peaceful before bed. Not news, not gossip, not drama. Peace equals power. When your mind is peaceful, your life becomes strong and unshakable. Fear kills dreams. Most people don't fail because of problems. They fail because they fear the possibility of problems before they even start their journey. They ask, what if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? What if I fail? But the deeper question is, what if you succeed? This chapter teaches, don't let fear control your life. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means moving forward even while fear whispers behind you. For example, there was a young man who dreamed of starting his own cafe. But he was afraid. He had never run a business. He had no experience. One day, he asked his old grandfather, what if I fail? The old man smiled and said, then you'll learn. If you don't try, you'll regret forever. That day, he took a loan and opened his cafe. It failed in 6 months. But he didn't give up. He studied. He learned. He opened again. Today, he owns 5 cafes because he stopped asking, what if I fail, and started asking, what if I fly? Fear lost. Courage won. This chapter teaches fear is not real. It lives only in your imagination. Face it, talk to it, and walk through it until it disappears. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's action despite fear. One sentence to remember. Don't fear the future. Shape it with your action every day. Chapter 4. Create your own happiness. Happiness is not something you wait for. It's something you create here, now, with what you already have inside. Many people think I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I become rich. But if your happiness depends on something outside, you'll always be chasing it. You'll never stop running. You will never feel complete or truly free. This chapter says, start with happiness inside, a rich businessman once said. I have everything, but I feel empty. He had money, fame, a big house, but he had no peace. Then he started doing small things. He spent time with poor kids on Sundays. He called his mom almost every night. He planted trees. He said thank you more often. Slowly, he started smiling again. He realized happiness is not in things. It's in moments. It's in giving and connection. This chapter teaches smile first, not because life is perfect, but because you're alive. Stop comparing. Start appreciating. Find joy in the little things. Tea with your mother, a hug from your child, a quiet moment alone. These simple moments carry more happiness than any luxury ever could. One powerful line, if you want to be happy, don't wait. Create it today, even in small ways. and your heart will learn to expand with joy. Chapter 5. Expect the best, and you'll get it. Your mind is like a magnet. If you think good things will happen, you attract them into your life. If you expect failure, it often becomes true. This chapter says, always expect the best. Even when life looks dark, expect the light to return. Why does this work? Because when you expect something good, your brain becomes creative, your body feels energetic, and your eyes start seeing opportunities everywhere. But if you expect the worst, your brain shuts down, your body gets tired, and your heart becomes afraid. Darkness spreads faster than you can escape. Real life example, there was a man named David. He was a salesman. Every morning he told himself, no one will buy today. People don't care. And guess what? He sold almost nothing. One day he tried something different. Before leaving the house, he stood in front of the mirror. He said, today will be a great day. I will meet kind people. I will sell. In the beginning, nothing changed, but slowly his energy shifted. His smile became real. His confidence grew stronger. People started listening, buying, trusting. After 3 months, David became the top salesperson in his entire company, not because the world changed, but because he did. This chapter teaches what you expect becomes your reality. You must choose miracles or misery every day. One action tip. Before every important moment, a meeting, interview, or speech, close your eyes and say, I expect the best. I am ready. Do this for 1 week. Your mindset will change forever. You'll begin to notice small victories turning into big breakthroughs just because of expectation. Chapter 6. Stop feeding your mind with fear. Fear is not just an emotion. It's a poison. It destroys your peace, weakens your body, and steals your power. This chapter is about one big lesson. Starve your fears and feed your faith. What you give attention to grows. What you ignore slowly loses control. Think about it. What are you feeding your mind daily? If you're always watching negative news, listening to complaints, comparing yourself, you're feeding fear constantly. But if you read good books, talk to positive people, meditate, pray, and reflect, you are feeding peace and power into your soul every day. Example from real life. A woman named Julia had panic attacks. She feared losing her job, her health, and her relationships. Her life became a storm. Her day started with negative news and ended with gossip videos. Her mind became a battlefield of fear. Anxiety consumed her until she felt powerless inside. One day, her therapist gave her a task. For the next 10 days, no bad content, no gossip, only positive thoughts, good music, walking in nature, gratitude journaling. She laughed. This won't help, she said. But she did it anyway. By day 7, she felt lighter. By day 30, no panic attacks remained. She felt like a different person. Why? Because she stopped feeding her fears. She changed her diet of thoughts. And her mind finally began to heal. This chapter teaches fear grows when you water it, so stop watering it. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what if I grow? Don't let fear write your story. A powerful truth rephrased simply, feed your mind with courage, and fear will die of hunger. Unable to control your destiny. Chapter 7. Break the habit of worrying. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do but takes you nowhere. Worry steals peace every day. This chapter teaches a life-changing lesson. Worrying is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. You are not born with worry. You learn it, and you can unlearn it. Real example. There was a man named Nick. Every day he worried. What if I lose my job? What if I get sick? One day he heard a speaker say something strange. Write down all your worries on paper. Then burn the paper. Release them instead of holding them inside. He thought it was silly, but he did it. He wrote, "I'm afraid of being poor. I'm afraid of dying alone." He burned the paper. He felt lighter. He kept doing it every week. And slowly, his worries lost power. Writing and burning turned his fears into ashes, freeing his soul. Another tip from the chapter. Divide your worries into 3 parts. 1. Worries you can solve now. Solve them. 2. Worries you can't solve now. Schedule them. 3. Worries that are silly and useless. Throw them out. This simple practice brings order to the mind, replacing fear with clarity and calm action. This chapter teaches worry steals your sleep, your focus, and your joy. Face your worry. Don't hide from it. Replace worry with problem solving immediately. One powerful reminder: worry doesn't take away tomorrow's pain. It only takes away today's peace. Protect your peace by refusing to carry imaginary burdens too early. Chapter 8. Trust the power that's greater than you. This chapter is deeply spiritual, but very simple. It says there is a power bigger than yourself, and when you trust it, you feel safe, strong, and protected. Some call it God. Some call it the universe. Some call it faith itself. Whatever name you give it, the truth remains. You are not alone. Trusting in something higher relieves the weight of the world from your shoulders. There was a man whose business failed. He lost everything. He tried everything. Loans, investors, begging. Nothing worked. He was exhausted and ready to collapse. One day, in complete silence, he said, "I've done all I can. Now I let go. I trust." That surrender became the doorway to something new. Strangely, the next week a friend called with an opportunity. Not magic, not luck, just faith and peace after total surrender opened new doors for him. Think of a child walking on the street with their father. The child doesn't fear cars, thieves, or falling. Why? Because they are holding his hand. That's what trust feels like. This chapter teaches when you try to control everything, you get tired, afraid, and weak. But trust brings rest and strength. One powerful practice. Each night before sleep. Whisper, "I am not alone. I trust the path. I release my fear." This habit brings peace inside. You will sleep better and live stronger. Trust does not remove challenges, but it changes how your heart faces them. With faith, life feels less heavy. Chapter 9. How to have constant energy. Many people feel tired all the time, not because their body is weak, but because their mind is exhausted. This chapter teaches a secret. Energy doesn't only come from food or sleep, it comes from your thoughts. Your mindset can strengthen or completely destroy your energy. 2 people wake up the same morning. Person A says, "Oh no, another hard day. I'm tired already." Person B says, "Today is a gift." Both have the same job, same body, but by 10 o'clock a.m., one feels drained and the other feels alive. Why? Because mindset directs energy. Example, there was a nurse who worked 12-hour shifts in a hospital. Her name was Emily. She cared for patients, supported doctors, and rarely rested fully. Yet, people asked her, "How do you always look so full of energy?" Her answer was simple. "I don't focus on tiredness. I focus on why I serve." Her energy didn't come from coffee. It came from purpose. Even when her legs ached, she smiled because her mind was stronger than her body's weakness. This chapter teaches, negative thoughts drain your energy. Positive thinking creates energy. It gives strength to your body and joy to your heart. Purpose fuels persistence. Start your day with words like, "I am strong, I am ready, I have a reason to live today." Affirmation fuels energy more than caffeine ever will. Quick practice for energy. Every time you feel low, say this out loud. I have all the energy I need. I am bigger than this moment. Say it with force. Stand up, breathe deeply. You will feel a shift inside you. The body listens when the mind speaks with power. Chapter 10. Try prayer power. This chapter is not about religion. It's about spiritual energy. It says you are not alone. Connection gives strength beyond yourself. When your strength ends, there's a power you can connect to. That power comes through something very simple. Prayer. A private conversation with peace itself. Prayer is not about using perfect words. It's about speaking from your heart, even if you're broken. Whispering, "Please help me," is powerful and real. A businessman was losing everything. His company, money, and marriage were collapsing. He tried therapy, coaching, even medication, but nothing worked. He felt hopeless inside. One night, he said out loud, "God, if you're there, I need help." In that silence, he cried for the first time in years, releasing pain. That moment of surrender gave him new strength. Not magic, but peace. He stopped fighting everything alone. He discovered strength through prayer and quiet connection. He started praying every morning, 10 minutes of quiet time. Slowly, his life became clearer. His mind calmed. Decisions felt lighter. Peace replaced endless confusion. This chapter teaches prayer is not just asking, it's connecting to peace. You don't have to be religious. Just be honest. Speak from your soul. Make it a habit. Talk to that higher power daily. You'll never feel alone again. Even silence becomes powerful when filled with trust and surrender. Simple practice. Every night before sleeping, whisper 3 things. 1. Thank you for today. 2. Forgive me for my mistakes. 3. Guide me tomorrow. Let peace return. This quiet habit can make your heart feel strong even in the darkest moments. A whisper can bring more peace than hours of worry ever could. Chapter 11. Stop holding grudges. This chapter is life-changing. It says, when you hold anger, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness is not about making the other person feel better. It's about freeing yourself. Carrying anger is like chains dragging behind you every single day. Many people carry pain from the past. A friend who betrayed them, a partner who cheated, a family member who hurt them deeply and left a scar. They say, "I'll never forgive." But this only keeps the wound open. Forgiveness closes the wound, not for them, but for you. Forgiveness is release. There was a man who didn't speak to his brother for 12 years. Why? Because his brother insulted him in front of others. Silence replaced love. Years passed. The pain grew heavier. One day he read this line, "Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace." His heart finally softened. He cried. He called his brother. They both cried. They both healed. He didn't lose his pride. He gained his peace. Forgiveness gave him freedom. This chapter teaches forgiveness is power. It takes more strength to forgive than to hate. Letting go doesn't erase pain, but it frees you from carrying it daily. Forgiving someone doesn't mean they were right. It means you choose peace. Let go. Not for them, but for you. You deserve freedom from anger. Simple practice. Close your eyes and say the name of someone who hurt you. Then whisper, "I forgive you. I release this pain. I choose peace." You don't need to tell them. You just need to free your soul. The act is for your heart, not theirs. Healing begins with release. Chapter 12. Live a controlled and relaxed life. In this modern world, people are always rushing, running, competing. They wake up in a hurry, sleep with worry. But this chapter teaches something powerful. A calm life is not a boring life. It is a smart, successful, and deeply meaningful life of awareness. When you live in a relaxed and controlled way, you make better decisions, enjoy deeper moments, and live with strength that stress can never break. There was a man named Daniel. He was the CEO of a company, always in meetings, phone calls, and endless pressure. His body began to break down. One day, his doctor said, "Your heart is in danger. You need to slow down." Daniel realized rushing wasn't success. It was destruction disguised as progress. So, Daniel changed his life. He woke up 30 minutes earlier to enjoy breakfast with his daughter. He stopped checking his phone after 8 o'clock p.m. He walked in the park every evening. No phone, just the sound of trees and wind. He rediscovered the joy of quiet presence in small moments. He worked with more focus, less panic. After 6 months, he was healthier, happier, and more productive than ever. His family also felt his peace. He didn't do less. He did things better. This chapter teaches don't rush. Rushing doesn't bring success. Focus does. Slow living is not weakness. Simple tips for a controlled life. 1. Create a morning routine, not a rush. 2. Eat slowly, talk slowly, breathe deeply. 3. Protect your inner peace. Remember, relaxed is not weak. Controlled is not boring. It is strength in silence. Calm living creates balance. Balance creates longevity and joy. Chapter 13. How to stay calm in every situation. Life is unpredictable. Bad things will happen. People will hurt you. Plans will break. Roads will shake. But this chapter gives one powerful truth. You can't control everything, but you can control how you respond. Calmness is the highest form of strength. The difference between a weak person and a strong person is this. The weak react in anger, panic, or fear. The strong stay calm. Think clearly. A young pilot was flying a plane when one of the engines failed mid-air. The passengers screamed, the crew panicked, but the pilot stayed calm. He said to himself, "Panic won't save anyone. My calmness is their survival." He followed protocol, communicated with the tower, and landed the plane safely. Later, when reporters asked, "Weren't you scared?" he smiled and said, "Yes, but fear doesn't fix a crisis. Clarity does." Calmness saved every life. This chapter teaches you don't need to react to everything. Calmness is not weakness. It is a sign of great strength. Strength comes through inner silence. When things get out of control, breathe, speak slowly, act wisely. Calmness is contagious. Your peace becomes the anchor for others who are afraid. Practice for calmness. When you're angry, say nothing for 10 seconds. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what's the wisest thing I can do right now? Your life will change, not when things calm down, but when you do. Peace begins inside, and from there, it changes the world outside. Chapter 14. Believe in healing power. This chapter is incredibly emotional and powerful. It says, your mind has the power to help heal your body. Many diseases, pains, and even long-term issues can improve when you feed your mind with positive, peaceful, and healing thoughts daily. Hope is medicine. Science has proved this again and again. Belief, hope, and peace help the body heal faster. Faith strengthens immunity, while stress weakens everything inside. Real-life example, there was a woman named Susan who had cancer. Doctors said she might not survive more than a year. Fear was heavy, but instead of falling into despair, she made a decision. Every morning she listened to calming music. She smiled at herself in the mirror with hope. She said, "My body is healing. My cells are strong. I will live." She also started helping others in the hospital. filling her heart with kindness. She read books to children, fed elderly patients. Her mind was filled with strength, not sickness. 1 year later, doctors were shocked by her progress. Her reports were better than expected. Her cancer didn't just stop, it began to reverse. Was it only medicine? No, it was also faith and hope. A boy broke his spine in a car accident. Doctor said he would never walk again, but he refused to accept that as his future. He imagined himself walking, running, dancing for 2 years. He trained his body, but more importantly, he trained his mind. Hope pushed him forward. Today, he walks with pride and runs marathons. This chapter teaches your thoughts affect your health. Faith and healing go hand in hand always. Simple practice, every morning and night. Close your eyes and say, "My body is healing. I am getting stronger. I am filled with life." Say it with love. Your cells are listening. Healing is not only physical, it is mental, spiritual, and emotional. A peaceful heart supports a strong body. Chapter 15. Build strong personal relationships. No one succeeds alone. We are human, and humans need connection, love, support, and understanding. Relationships shape the quality of every life. This chapter explains one truth. If your relationships are strong, your life becomes stronger. But today, many bonds are weak because of ego, anger, or neglect. A couple was married for 15 years, but they had stopped talking, laughing, and spending time together. Silence slowly replaced the warmth they once shared. One day, the husband decided to make one small change every morning before leaving for work. He kissed his wife's hand and said, "Thank you." In the beginning, she didn't respond, but he didn't stop. After 3 weeks, she smiled. After 2 months, they started talking again, healing little by little. After 6 months, they renewed their vows. Their marriage wasn't saved by money or therapy, but by kindness and patience. Small acts restored a broken bond. There was a man who never spoke kindly to his children. He was always busy, always stressed, forgetting love while chasing responsibility and work. One day, his young son looked at him and asked, "Dad, why don't you smile when you see me?" That one innocent question broke his heart. He sat down, hugged his son, and cried. From that day, he started spending 15 minutes daily playing and talking with his kids. Their bond healed. This chapter teaches, say thank you and I love you often. Forgive quickly. Speak gently. Listen with love. Don't wait. Start fixing relationships now. Simple practice for better relationships. 1. Message or call one person daily just to appreciate them. 2. Hug more. Judge less. 3. Make time, not excuses. Remember, your success is empty if you have no one to share it with. The strength of your bonds is the strength of your soul. Chapter 16. Make the power of faith work for you. This chapter is the heart of the book. It says faith is not just belief, it is action. Faith is trust. Faith is strength from something beyond you. It keeps you going when the road is dark and the destination feels impossible. Faith helps you walk even when you can't see the finish line. Believing your life has purpose invites miracles when hope seems gone. Imagine a man lost his job. For 6 months, no company called him back. His savings were gone. His wife was pregnant. He felt broken. But every morning he wore his old suit, took his folder, and said, "I don't know who will hire me, but I believe someone will." One day, while waiting at a bus stop, he helped an old man carry groceries. That man turned out to be a CEO of a company. They talked. The CEO liked his honesty. He gave him a job, a better one than he had before. Faith brought that moment, not luck. A girl wanted to study in a foreign university but had no money. Everyone said it was impossible, but she had faith and refused to quit. She applied for 30 scholarships, wrote emails daily, prayed, believed. On the 31st application, she got a full scholarship. She's now a professor inspiring others. This chapter teaches faith is not hope. It's stronger. It's a decision. Faith means acting even when you can't see results yet. Faith makes courage real. Daily faith practice 1. Every morning say this: I don't know how, but I believe it will happen. 2. Act with courage. Even small steps matter. 3. End each day with this line: I did my best and the rest is in bigger hands. Trust strengthens effort with peace. Chapter 17. Stop trying to please everyone. This chapter begins with one deep truth. You cannot live a happy life if you try to please everyone. Most people feel tired, not because they're doing too much, but because they're doing too much for others and too little for themselves. Balance disappears. They say yes when they want to say no. They agree to things that hurt their peace. They hide feelings just to avoid conflict. This chapter teaches if you want to live fully, you must stop pleasing people and start respecting your own truth. Even when others disagree, a girl named Clara was always the nice one. She stayed silent when her friends used her. She agreed to a marriage she didn't want. She worked a job that made her miserable just to make her parents proud. Her smile faded, but she kept living for others' expectations. One day she broke down. She looked in the mirror and asked, "Why does everyone love me, but I don't love myself?" Tears revealed her truth. That night she wrote a letter to herself. It said, "Dear Clara, I'm sorry. From now on, I will protect you." She promised change. She made bold choices, said no to the marriage, quit the job, applied to study music, her childhood dream, for the first time. She felt alive. Everyone was shocked. Some were angry, but for the first time in her life, she felt free. Freedom came when she stopped pleasing and started living. This chapter teaches: you don't need to explain your life to everyone. Pleasing people often means betraying yourself. Choose peace, even if some people leave. Practice for self-respect. Every time you feel pressured to please others, ask yourself, if I say yes to them, am I saying no to myself? If the answer is yes, choose yourself. Your peace is more important than approval. Self-respect builds confidence and protects your soul from endless exhaustion. Chapter 18. Fill your life with love. This chapter is soft but powerful. It says, success without love is empty. A rich life is filled with love. Love is not just romance. It's how you treat people, how you speak to strangers, how you forgive, help, smile, and listen even when it's difficult. Love is a decision to be kind, even when the world isn't. It is choosing compassion when bitterness would be easier and colder to carry. There was a boy who had Down syndrome. Every day, his classmates ignored him. One girl, just one, sat with him during lunch and shared kindness. She gave food, smiled, and asked about his day. She didn't think it was important, but years later, he told her she saved his life. He sent her a message saying, "I wanted to die, but you made me feel seen. Your love gave me hope to stay." This chapter teaches, you never lose by loving, even when the world is cold. Your warmth matters. Small acts of kindness can save silent lives. Don't just chase goals. Build love around you. Practice love daily. Let compassion become part of your identity, not just an occasional act of convenience. 1. Say, "I love you" more to parents, siblings, partner, and friends. 2. Help someone without expecting anything. 3. Speak kindly to strangers daily. Remember, at the end of life, people don't remember your money. They remember your love. Love leaves the legacy that wealth never could. Chapter 19, Don't Give Up. You're closer than you think. This chapter is emotional. It talks to those who are tired, ready to quit, or doubting themselves. Many people quit one step before success. Why? Because exhaustion speaks louder than purpose. But you are often closer to victory than you believe. A gold miner dug for 5 years. Every day he worked for hours. One day he found nothing. Tired. He sold his land and walked away. The next person dug 3 feet deeper and struck gold. Success was waiting, but he quit too soon. This is the danger of surrendering too early. There was a woman who wanted to become a writer. She sent her first book to 22 publishers. All rejected her. She cried, felt defeated, nearly quit. But her best friend told her, "Don't let rejection kill your gift. Just one yes will change everything." She sent it to one more publisher. The 23rd said yes. That book became a global bestseller. That woman was J.K. Rowling. Rejection didn't end her, it prepared her for success. This chapter teaches you don't need 100 people to believe in you, just one, and that one should always be yourself first. Above everything else, if it's hard, it means it's worth it. Struggles are signs of progress, not failure. Pain is proof you are still moving forward with courage. Practice to keep going. 1. When you want to quit, ask, "Why did I start?" 2. Think of your future self thanking you for persistence. 3. Say this every day. "I've come too far to stop now. I'm not finished. I was not born to quit. I will rise." Chapter 20. Live your life with power and purpose. This is the final chapter, a message to your soul. You are not an accident. You were made for more. Most people just exist. They wake up, work, eat, sleep, and call it life. But deep inside, they feel empty because they lack true purpose. This chapter teaches you how to live with fire in your heart. A purpose-driven life turns even ordinary actions into extraordinary meaning. Purpose fuels power. There was a man who worked at a call center. Every day he repeated the same script. But one day he asked, "Is this why I was born?" He began volunteering on weekends, helping poor students learn English. Something lit up inside him. He quit his job and opened a small school. It grew because his purpose gave him power. Today, 2,000 students are learning in his school because one man asked a bold and life-changing question. A woman worked in a hospital cleaning floors. People ignored her, but she smiled at patients. She sang while cleaning. She prayed silently for those in pain. When she retired, the hospital staff made her a video. They said, "You weren't just cleaning, you were healing." Her purpose was hidden in her kindness. Even the smallest job becomes powerful when done with love and purpose. This chapter teaches your life has meaning. Even if you don't see it yet, find what makes you feel alive and do it more. The world needs your gift. Don't hide it. Don't bury it. Share it. How to live with power and purpose. 1. Ask yourself daily, what can I do today that will matter tomorrow? 2. Do something that makes you proud. 3. Don't chase a perfect life. Chase a meaningful one. You have power. You have purpose. You are not small. You are just beginning your journey. So now you've heard the truth. This is not just a book. It's a mirror that shows you who you are and what you could become. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be lucky. You just need to believe your thoughts can shape your life because they already do. If you fill your mind with fear, you will live in fear. But if you fill it with faith, courage, and peace, you'll live strong. Dr. Peale didn't give us magic. He gave us a mindset. And that mindset is this: you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your doubts. You are powerful. You are capable, you are loved, and you are still becoming everything you were born to be. From today, speak kindly to yourself. Think boldly, dream again, love deeply, believe with all your heart that something beautiful is already on its way. And if this book changed your thoughts, then it has already started changing your life. This message will grow inside you if you practice it daily. You've just walked through lessons that can truly transform your life. Now, the choice is yours. Carry these truths or let them fade. If this touched your heart, subscribe to Soulful English, share it with a friend, and let hope spread. What about you? Which lesson spoke to you the most today? Did it spark something inside? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.